Universitas PTIQ Jakarta. We're presenting a philosophy of analysis of Sheikh Muhammad Khalil Bangkalan Tisfar's Al-Khalil on Al-Bara.
Good morning all. Here I will present my research that is about philological analysis of Tafsir Al-Khalil, or we say in English is Al-Khalil commentaries or exegesis. For more information, Muhammad Khalil Bangkalan is one of the biggest one of the biggest figure in Indonesia that become the inspiration of the two biggest communities in Indonesia, which are Muhammadiyah and Nahdlatul Ulama. And this study stands at the intersection of classical manuscript studies and philology, examining a rare textual artifact of the Nusantara Islamic intellectual traditions. And about the study overview, the research focus. This research focuses on the philological characteristic of Tafsir Al-Khalil or Al-Khalil commentaries through to analytical dimension. The first is codicology, that examining the manuscript as a physical artifact, and the second is textology, examining its content, transmission, and meaning. And then about the biographical profile of Sheikh Muhammad Khalil Bangkalan. Sheikh Muhammad Khalil was born on 25 of May 1835 in Bangkalan, Madura, now located in East Java, Indonesia. And he passed away on 23rd April 1925 at the age of 90. His intellectual formation spanned local and global stage. Early studies at four prestigious Java pesantren, Langitan, Cangaan, Sidogiri, and Salafiyah Syafi'iyah, all those that located now in East Java, where he memorized all 30 juz of the Quran and mastered Qira'ah Sab'ah, or we say in English, the 7 canonical system of Quranic recitation. In 1859, he traveled to Makkah al-Mukarramah, studying under Sheikh Nawawi Banten and Sayyid Ahmad bin Zaini Dahlan. Returning to Bangkalan in 1863, he founded his pesantren and produced at least 21 scholarly works across Islamic law, Arabic grammar, theology, and exegesis now we present, giving Tafsir Al-Khalil its distinctive character, classical in foundation and local in application. And then about the research methodology, this study employs a qualitative approach grounded in philological method. Field research was conducted in Bangkalan, Madura, from March to May, for about 3 months. In 20 and 23, through direct manuscript observation and depth interviews with 3 key informants, which are Laura Usman Hassan, Muhammad Ainur Ridho, and Mufti Sohib, all with direct authoritative links to the manuscript. Analysis proceeded on 2 levels: codicological examination of provenance, materials, and physical conditions, and textological analysis of linguistic patterns, recitation variants, and interpretative strategies. Data validity was ensured through source triangulation across the manuscript, informants, and academic literature. And then about the discovery and repository, Tafsir Al-Khalil or Al-Khalil exegesis was completed on Saturday, 12 Jumadil Ula, 1320 Hijri, corresponding to 1902 Common Era, making it over 124 years old today. The manuscript only came to public attention around 2020 discovered at the residence of Kiai Muslim in Kampe, Bangkalan, a scholar maintaining a living chain of transmission to Sheikh Khalil. Critically, no copies or variant manuscript have been found anywhere. This is the sole surviving exemplar, a unica written and corrected in the author's own hand. And then about the codicological features, the manuscript as physical object. The manuscript is written on European paper, historically significant as a marker of the pesantren's integration into colonial era global trade network. Today, the pages are yellowed and brittle, with the greatest deterioration at the opening and closing folios. Two writing systems are deployed simultaneously: Arabic script for the Quranic text and numerical markers, Pekon Javanese for the interlinear glosses and marginal annotations. Black ink forms the body, red ink mark surah boundaries and juz divisions. Basically, 926 pages covering all 30 juz, 11 lines per page, written in hot nasi, clear, upright, and symmetrical. The manuscript contains no illumination, confirming its identity as a functional teaching manuscript, not a ceremonial display copy. And then about the Pekon script and the Makna Gandul method. The feature that most vividly captures the pedagogical genius of Tafsir al-Khalil or al-Khalil commentaries is the Makna Gandul method, or we say in English, the interlinear Pekon clause. In this system, Javanese Pekon is written directly below each Arabic word, preserving Arabic grammatical sequence rather than natural Javanese word order. The reader, therefore, simultaneously encounters word meaning and grammatical structure, effectively being trained in morphological and syntaxis analysis through the very act of reading. The Pekon script will serve a dual function. The first as a medium of transliteration, carrying Arabic sound into locally legible form, and the second as a medium of interpretation, transferring meaning without sacrificing structural precision. This is not passive translation, it is active grammatical engagement with the Quranic text. And then about the textological findings for dimension of internal analysis. Our textological analysis identifies 4 key areas. First, Qira'ah, or we say recitation variants. The manuscript contains explicit reference to Imam As-Satibi's system of Qira'ah Sab'ah, confirming Tafsir al-Khalil as a work of recitational scholarship alongside its semantic commentary. The second, Rosam, or in another word, we say orthographic convention. The orthography combines Rosam Usmani and Rosam Imla'i, following the standardization principle of Imam As-Suyuti across all 5 classical categories, consistently applied throughout all 30 juz. And the third, punctuation, full harokat, appeared throughout. The iqlab marker uses the letter mim, and waqf sign or ta appear at several positions. Full tajwid notation, however, is not uniformly applied, intended to be supplied through oral instruction. And the fourth, and the most significant, scribal correction. Errors identified at verses 53, 82, 93, 142, and page 29 of Al-Baqarah have each been corrected in Sheikh Khalil's own hand. This confirms the manuscript autograph status and demonstrates the author's direct, active oversight and textual accuracy. And then about the interpretive method and source. Al-Khalil exegesis follows the Mushafi arrangement, that's quaintly commentary from Surah Al-Fatihah to Surah An-Nas, covering words meaning, first context, Asbabun Nuzul or the context of revelation, and Mekkan-Madinah distinction at each passage. The primary intertextual source is Tafsir Al-Jalalain or Al-Jalalain exegesis that written by Jalaluddin Al-Mahalli and Jalaluddin As-Suyuti. Traceable across key passages, including verse 125 on the station of Abraham, or we say in Arabic Maqam Ibrahim, and verse 142 on the direction of prayer toward Baitul Maqdis, and verse 178 on the law of retaliation, or we say in Arabic word is kisos, and verse 198 on the right at Mash'ad al-Haram during the Hajj or pilgrimage. Prophetic traditions are deployed for context of revelation. The clearest example, verse 180 on bequest, where Sheikh Khalil said the Tirmidhi hadith, La wasiyata liwarithin, to explain the principle of nasakh, the abrogation of the bequest obligation by the inheritance law of Surah An-Nisa. The resulting methodology integrates tafsir bil ma'thur, or interpretation grounded in transmitted report, with tafsir bil ra'i, or interpretation grounded in rational ijtihad. A balanced classical Sunni approach, intelligently adapted for the pesantren classroom. And the last conclusion and significance, for concluding contribution, the first is Tafsir Al-Khalil, or Al-Khalil exegesis, is a uniquely autographic manuscript of collaborative scholarship. Qari Abdul Karim inscribed the Quranic text. Sheikh Khalil provided the interlinear commentary and personal correction. The sole surviving exemplar, 124 years old, is without known parallel. And the second, it embodies a classical methodology adapted for local use, sequential mushafi structure, synthesis of Bil-Ma'thur and Bil-Ra'i, and consistent reference to Al-Jalalain exegesis, received through makna gandul into a format accessible to Madura's learners. And the third is, it is material evidence of global intellectual connectivity. European paper as a symbol of pesantren embeddedness in 19th century cosmopolitan Islamic scholarship. And the fourth, and most importantly, Tafsir Al-Khalil or Al-Khalil exegesis, a vital bridge, making the meaning of the Quran accessible to a non-Arabic speaking community, enabling the people of Madura to understand and practice Islamic teaching in their own language. And the last, you can see the picture. The first is handwritten Quran that I say written by Qari Abdul Karim, and the second and the middle, it is a makna gandul or interlinear background clause. It's below the Arabic word directly, and the third is about the chapter defects is writing using writing, that writing used for spared juz or surah in that manuscript, except that using in black ink. That's all from me. Thank you.